Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm good. I had a nice laid back weekend, and now I'm ready for another week of K-State sports. The K-State men's basketball team plays host to Texas Tech on Tuesday night at Bramlage Coliseum. The women are off until Thursday, a Thursday-Sunday doubleheader with the Arizona schools. Arizona first, Arizona State on Sunday. But right now, let's talk about the men and what can be done about this mess that has become Jerome Tang's basketball program. There are a lot of layers here. Today, we're going to peel one of them back. First, please remember, if you're not subscribing to this YouTube channel, do so. Comment, hit the thumbs up, do anything you can to support us. We appreciate it as we continue to grow and reach more people. Men's basketball was awful. The Wildcats were bad on Saturday, losing by 30 points to Houston, but I think Houston's really good, and they were really good. They took advantage of everything K-State was doing wrong, which good teams will do. Winning, rebounding like 40-20, that's just humiliating. That's like getting the ball run on you for 350 yards in football. That's an effort stat. That is a pride stat, and neither one was shown in very high demands by the Wildcats. What can be done, though, now that the Wildcats have lost 3 straight after opening Big 12 play with a win over a Cincinnati team that is apparently also awful? Well, baby steps. I don't expect them to beat Texas Tech, but this could be a game they're more competitive in than they have been. I don't know. Until they decide to start playing a little bit more prideful basketball, what they seem to do against Cincinnati, this team's going to stink. They don't have enough talent to cruise, and yet they have enough talent to make this entire situation bizarre. How are they this bad? They have a really good player in Coleman Hawkins who is playing okay. They have players step up here and there, but overall there seems to be no cohesiveness to this team. Tuesday night's huge for a couple reasons. First is it's a home game against Texas Tech, a good team, but one maybe you can win at home. Again, not if your team doesn't show a little pride in playing at home. But then on Saturday, they go to Kansas, and midweek next week, they go to Baylor. 2 really good programs on the road. So this seems like pretty much a do or have some real issues ahead type of game. I expect them to lose. I expect them just to roll out the ball and try to compete with Texas Tech. And when things get hard, which they did against Houston and they did on the road at Oklahoma State, they'll just shut down. It's a sad thing. And there's going to come a moment where Jerome Tang's going to have to look at his roster, look at his locker room, and think, who really wants to be here? Who wants to play for Kansas State? Because if you're in this for yourself, if you've got your NIL money and you're just fat and happy, if you're not doing things right off the court, well, maybe you need to start eliminating people from the program. Jerome Tang's job is to coach basketball, and that's not going so well. And he also takes it very seriously to try to transform young men into better people. But that's a secondary degree to his job. You can't ignore the first step and be successful in the second step. So if you can't save them all, save yourself. Start weeding out the issues. And if you do indeed lose on Tuesday night and roll into the next week's road games with a couple more losses, that'll be 6 in a row. At what point do you say, the hell with this season? We're going to start finding the players that want to be here for next season, or even the seniors that want to help those players be better next year, and start worrying about that roster for next year. And maybe you're going to rebuild again. I don't know. Maybe you don't have enough pieces on this team around whom you can build. But mistakes have been made. A couple players left last year that I think would have stayed. And honestly, they would have been better. One reason, they were bought in. They had been here. They understood what it was to be here. And they were basically told, we can do better. And they didn't.